Yo, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Homicide back at it again with another video, aka another Yap Session. And today I got some mixed news. You get what I'm saying? The reason why I'm saying it's mixed because I want to talk about a certain event, but then I also want to talk about like the broader scale of that event. All right, so I don't know if y'all can tell by the title, but Kadokawa, aka the people that own FromSoft, aka the people that made Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and shit like that, is about to get bought by Sony. All right, now I don't think, like, if y'all don't even play FromSoft, like not even like games or anything, I don't think y'all realize like low-key how bad that is, because here's the way that I'm low-key seeing, okay? So first of all, I just want to talk about Bloodborne real quick. I know I uploaded a bunch of videos of me playing Bloodborne. I promise y'all I'm trying to get my PS5 fixed as soon as possible, but like my thermal paste for my HDMI thing is going to keep getting fucked up, so I gotta like buy like an actual new, okay, I'm done yapping about my broken PS5, bro, because this shit's gonna piss me off more and more. But Sony has the IP to Bloodborne, right? And you know what they have done with Bloodborne? I'm gonna give y'all a little pop quiz, okay? What did Sony do with Bloodborne? All right, did they do A, nothing, B, nothing, C, nothing, or D, all the above? The answer is fucking D. They ain't do fucking nothing with Bloodborne, all right? And Bloodborne is one of those games that is so, like, how can I say this? It's definitely it's one of the most fan-favorited games. Hold on one second, yo. It is definitely one of the most like fan-favorited games out of all the FromSoft shit, and they literally have done nothing with it. So when I hear that FromSoft is trying to buy the parent company, pretty sure Kadokawa, and Sony, I don't know if I said FromSoft, I'm sorry, but Sony's trying to buy that Kadokawa, and Kadokawa owns FromSoft. And not only does Kadokawa own FromSoft, they also own basically a shit ton of like anime and manga related shit, bro. And I don't think y'all realize, like, low-key, how fucked up is that? Why is it fucked up? Because it's slowly, specifically, I would say Sony, but not really, but they're specifically becoming a monopoly, okay? Now, what is a monopoly by any... For y'all that don't know, a monopoly is basically one thing that rules basically the whole entire platform, right? What is a good example of monopoly? Have you ever played any sports games? That is the most legal the most legal monopoly that I could ever think of. Like, for example, like the NFL. You can't make another NFL game, really, because they own the license to the football team. So, of course, not a lot of football games are going to be being made. Same with, like, baseball, soccer, and shit like that. Of course, there's not going to be that many games because they have the official license of the actual sports organizations and the actual sports teams. And I don't think y'all realize how fucked that is, because here's the thing, right? Hypothetically, let's say I run a monopoly. Let's see, what monopoly do I want? A monopoly on PC parts, okay? Let's say, hypothetically, I absolutely dominate the PC market, right? I have no competition in that whatsoever. Here's the bad thing. Y'all realize, if I'm already at the top, why do I need to improve more? You get what I mean? Like, if I have no other competition, why do I need to keep making new graphics cards? Why do I need to keep making new CPUs? If I'm absolutely dominating the market, there is no need for an upgrade. And y'all can already kind of see where I'm going with this. If monopolies are getting created, it creates this place where you don't really need improvement because there is nobody else that is going to beat you at that game. For example, fucking artists and shit like that. Now, I'm not saying artists are monopolies and stuff like that, but like Playboy Cardi, for example, he's already at the top. Why does he need to improve his music more and more and more? You get what I'm saying? So when I see Sony trying to buy like Kadokawa, and Kadokawa owns FromSoft, the way that I see it is Sony is trying to become an absolute monopoly when it comes to gaming, when it comes to everything else and shit like that. And that is not what we need. Competition is good. That is why we have political parties. If we didn't have political parties, we're becoming a dictatorship. You get what I'm saying? And it's super duper shitty that companies are able to do shit like this. Me personally, I wish there was a way to limit bigger organizations and bigger than life companies. What do I mean by that? Microsoft, Sony, Amazon, shit like that. Like companies that are very well known and super duper big should not have the ability to dominate a certain marketplace. Like, for example, Crunchyroll and Funimation. Crunchyroll, I'm pretty sure bought out Funimation. If I'm lying or not, then I would put it up on the screen. But I don't think y'all realize also how shitty that is, because now the only competition for Crunchyroll is now gone. And what dominates the anime market scene? Crunchyroll. And you know what that means? One, you're gonna have to be using Crunchyroll, and two, they could do whatever the fuck they want, some absurd price basically. And the thing is they could technically do that because they don't have no competition. The only competition that they got is pirated websites, and we all know that once you pirate something, somewhere, some way, shape, or form, they're gonna get your ass, right? Another good example of a monopoly, in my opinion, is Nintendo, right? And hold on one second. Did Nintendo make fucking Pokemon? This might be a stupid ass lookup, but I don't really play Nintendo games or Pokemon like that. So, okay, Nintendo does not own Pokemon, all right? But here is the thing about Pokemon specifically, right? Is like, take Power World for example. Power World is the closest thing that you can get to Pokemon, and yet they somehow got sued and they somehow got everything, like blah 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 blah. And Pokemon is one of those games that is just strictly like they dominate that type of marketplace, capturing fucking animals, capturing shit like that, which is fucked. And because that they dominate that area, like I said, they don't need to make any more improvements. Like, they don't need to at all, which is absolutely scary and absolutely baffling to me, bro. Like, I don't even know, bro. Like, I'm talking out my ass as per usual, but I'm tired of companies, like bigger companies, just buying out shit just because they got more money. The world should not be working like that, bro. We should be able to go to whatever whatever company that we want to go to and everything, and not have to worry about going to the same place over and over and over. Because here's another thing too, bro, about the whole Sony thing, is like Sony has low-key been fucking up a shit ton, bro. They absolutely destroyed Helldivers. I remember I literally bought that game, right? I'm having a blast of my time. I'm literally having so much fun playing the games with my boy Baron, Rico, Ramel, and all that. And then they just absolutely shat on the game, bro. And absolutely, I'm pretty sure they tried making it like a live service or whatever like that. Or no, I think they tried making like Steam players log in with PSN. And of course, not everybody owns a PlayStation. So of course, everybody got fucking outraged. And they're like, oh, no. You know, I was just kidding about that, man. I'm sorry. But like, they have been fucking up so much, but yet they're still one of the most dominant forces in gaming industry. And they are, whatchamacallit, they're now trying to like weasel their way out of this by buying out shit and buying out competitors, which should not happen in my opinion, bro. Because if fucking Sony owns all like basically anime games, basically all of Souls games and shit like that, they literally do not need to like recreate or improve their gaming at all. And like, that is fucked. That is actually shitty to hear. I'm gonna be honest. Sorry for hitting my desk, but it is kind of fucked thinking that we're moving into a place where companies are able to kind of do whatever the fuck they want and buy out whatever companies that they want and absolutely own a market, like a market, not a market company, but like a market in like a general area. Because like I said, going back to like the NFL, like the NFL games and shit like that, is like, since they have a monopoly of owning all the NFL teams, what the fuck is another football game gonna do, bro? You gotta come up with everything else, all the janky shit like that. I don't know, bro. It just kind of makes me feel some type of way. I just wish there was multiple companies able to work on like different set of games, and there is, but then there's always that one company that's just absolutely dominating the market and does whatever the fuck they want. Like Fortnite, for example, they could literally do whatever the fuck they want, and their player base is not going to drop off at all. And I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words, man. My brain is officially ran out of words to speak. I don't know. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But this is a quick video. I just wanted to let y'all know that, like, FromSoft, we might, not FromSoft, but like, if you're like a Soulsborne player like me who loves the game, who loves that genre, be prepared for some shit maybe, and be prepared for exclusivity. All right, now hold on, because now I just got some more words out of my mouth. Pause, no diddy. Exclusivity too, bro. It's like a thing with with Sony too is they love making exclusive games like God of War. Well, I think God of War's on PC now. Don't quote me on that. But God of War was an exclusive for the longest time. Halo was an exclusive for the longest time, and it gives this FOMO, for example. It gives this fear of missing out. Now, let's say hypothetically they come out with Bloodborne 2 or Sekiro 2, and then it's a PlayStation exclusive. You get what I'm saying? Since they bought out those companies, they have the ability to do that now. And what does that do? Oh, if it's exclusive to PS5, guess what? You gotta buy a PS5 to play the game. And that's fucked up. And now a $40 game is gonna be costing you $640 because you just want to play the game that you want to play. But no, Sony or like whatever big company bought it out, so now you're forced to go on their platform and forced to go on their grounds and follow their rules. You get what I mean? And don't even get me started about how companies are making sure that you don't own the game. Remember that. I literally fucking Ubisoft, I'm pretty sure Valve did this with Steam, is saying that you don't own your games. So you're telling me companies have this big monopoly of games that they can control and now we don't own it? Do y'all realize how fucked that is for gaming, for movies, for TV shows, for everything? Because if they own the IPs, they could literally do whatever the fuck they want with it. They don't have to do anything, really. Like, if they, let's say, whatchamacallit, let's say Sony has the Elden Ring IP. Hypothetically speaking, they could just have the IP and be like, nah, I'm gonna keep it in the cage, I'm just gonna leave it right there, They don't have to give it up to other people, and it's shitty. It's shitty. And other games, too, like, let's just say, hold on, hypothetically, because we all know... Team Fortress hasn't gone to update in 7 years. But think about that too, bro. Let's say Call of Duty owns a monopoly of every shooter game. Like, they specifically own the first-person shooters. Like I said, and like how I've been repeating it myself, they don't need to update the game. They don't need to make any fixes. They don't need to do anything. Why? Because they own that whole marketplace, bro. Like we can't be moving in a direction like this. This is shitty. This is horrible. This is not fun. This is not fun, bro. But that's really all I wanted to touch up on. Thank you guys for listening to this Yap Session. All right, guys, I already know what y'all thinking. This is a random ass cut because I could have sworn I said I was going to end the video right there. But this is Future Homicide speaking, and the new Elden Ring trailer just dropped for Elden Ring Nightreign, and I just kind of wanted to give y'all my opinions on it. I have very, very, very mixed opinions on this, okay? Because one, at first I thought it was gonna be like an actual like Dark Souls type of game. Like, you already know what I was expecting, bro. I was expecting like Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, or Sekiro, some shit like that. But turns out that's not what it is at all. So actually, what it is a 3-day cycle, and each day is like around like 15 minutes, kinda, and there's 8 different classes, so you don't have to worry about like finding weapons that like are like you know how like for like Moonveil and shit like that, like Rivers of Blood, you needed certain stats and stuff. Yeah, that's all out the window. You can find, if you want to be a mage with a fucking big ass hammer because somehow you found a big ass hammer within 3 days, then you can fucking rock that shit. There's 8 different classes to help support, like, it's kind of like a boss rush in a way. Like, that's the way I kind of pictured it. And then there's like a circle, kind of like fucking like the storm from Fortnite, closing in on you within the 3 days. And if you catch yourself out of that, then you're cooked, obviously. And if you survive the 3 days, then there's gonna be a main boss that you fight at the end of it. And let me tell you, the 2 bosses that I saw with the 3-headed dog and the whatever that goat looking motherfucker was, that shit actually had me hype. And don't even get me started on, I haven't played Dark Souls 3. I never got to that part, but I've seen the rage tages that people have had. I saw Afro Senju suffer. Like, that shit low-key had me in the days. I like Nameless King, dude. Like, what the fuck is he doing here, bro? And I remember watching a video, can Nameless King beat Elden Ring? Can y'all imagine that shit, bro? Y'all fucking looted up for 3 days thinking y'all good, and then Nameless King comes out of nowhere. Someone from a different game who wants to smoke. Like, damn, bro. Damn. But I like that concept. Like, there's like a main boss at the end of the 3 days, and it being that like 3 dog, the goat, and like the Nameless King. I think that's fire. But everything else though, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you. let me get the likes out the way first. I do like the idea of having 8 different classes instead of putting the pressure of like you needing to figure out your own stat points and shit like that. I will say I do like that change. I do think that is low-key a step in the right direction. I just don't know how I feel about it being like a boss rush. I don't know. And especially for it being its like own standalone game. Because I feel like low-key what would have been better is if Nightreign was the DLC for Elden Ring, and then Shadow of the Erdtree was its own separate game and its own separate thing. I actually would have fucked with that a lot now that I'm thinking about it more and more. Because you got like the boss rush from Elden Ring basically, and then you have a whole completely different game that is still Elden Ring. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I do like the concept though, of like there being like the main final bosses, but I guess only time will tell, you know? Y'all know who I'm probably going to be running it with, so I'm probably going to be dropping videos with that. I got to get my PS5 fixed. Don't fucking remind me. I still got to get my PS5 fixed, so I got to get that fixed before I play the game, but best believe I'm going to play that game. And also for Bloodborne and Dark Souls, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I can't play Bloodborne right now, but I could play Dark Souls 1. And I could play a form of Bloodborne. If y'all want to see that content, aka I already know y'all do, say it in the comments below. But anyways, guys, that was I think I've talked about Katakawa being bought by Sony and how like companies are becoming a monopoly. And then now I had to talk about the Elden Ring DLC. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what your favorite part was down below, and let me know what your opinion is on the trailer or on the Katakawa situation. Just let me know, man. I always want to engage with my community. I want to build a strong community. Alright, that's it. Go. Alright, but that's it though. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace out, man.